joke. I did. It's 13. I'm sorry. I don't know where I pulled 17 from. All right.
I know you did. Microphones. Low.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When the hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. Board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearings, our board members have visited most or all of the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, the public hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard tonight. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, Are there any postponements tonight?
There are two postponements. Hearing 19, Appeal 25-502, Jeffrey Ercolino, and Hearing 21, Appeal 25-500, Christopher Santoro.
Anybody in the audience here for either of those hearings? Let the record reflect that no one appeared, and let's call the first hearing.
Okay, the first hearing today is going to be hearing number 13, Appeal 25-487, Mark Belavan at 22 Cornwall Lane, Hicksville.
Promise to tell the truth during the proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Thank you, by the way. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Ashley Lowe Kianese from Mark Anthony Architects. Our office is located at 1563 Belmore Avenue in Belmore, New York. I am here this evening on behalf of my clients, Mark and Amy Belavan, who are the owners and occupants of the subject property located at 22 Cornwall Lane in Hicksville, New York. We are here today as a result of an application for a parent-child filed with the building department. Here with us tonight are Mark Belavan and his mother, Mary Belavan. Mark Belavan and his wife, Amy, will be living on the second floor of the dwelling, and Mary, Mark's mother, will be living on the first floor. Since the application was submitted, Mark and Amy have also given birth to two twin girls in February of 2026, who will also be on the second floor with them as well, obviously. The Belavans have all been made aware that there can only be one doorbell, one electric meter, and one mailbox for the home, and should the house be sold, it will need to be reverted back to its original state. We are here this evening requesting relief for the secondary kitchen for the parent-child application. There is a reversion plan shown on sheet A1 should the house need to be reverted back to the regular single-family dwelling. Additionally, for the parent-child use, there is a requirement of 3 off-street parking spaces, for which we were denied for only having 2 existing off-street parking spaces. There is enough room to park 3 cars, one in the garage, and which is 10.1 feet by 21 feet, which meets code. And then additionally, 2 cars can fit in the driveway, but the dimensions show 8 by 19 instead of the required 9 by 19. I do have a photo to show that the cars fit comfortably.
Okay. And they use it that way?
Yes.
Okay. Your clients are aware of all the rules and conditions associated with having a parent-child?
Yes.
Okay.
The only other item is the existing driveway does not have a minimum required side yard setback of 5 feet, having an existing side yard setback of 1.5 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 3.5 feet. Those are our only requests.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Susan, we have all their paperwork? Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you again. Have a good night, guys.
You too, thank you.
Next is Hearing 1, Appeal 25-492, Jonathan Hauser at 130 Massachusetts Avenue, Massapequa. Okay, I'm going to call it again. Hearing 1, Appeal 25-492, Jonathan Hauser, 130 Massachusetts Avenue, Massapequa.
We'll call them later.
Okay? We'll do a second call later. Oh,
No, that's Cole.
that's,
Cole, you're not on number 1, are you, Cole? Okay.
okay. Okay, we'll go to Hearing 2, Appeal 25-493, Joseph Sherlock, 88 Algonquin Avenue, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during the proceedings.
I do.
Address, please.
Salvatore Crescia, permits are us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. I'm here on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Sherlock, who reside at 88 Algonquin in Massapequa. Property is an R110 zone. Clients are proposing a second-story addition with a roof pitch of 412, where 612 is required. The reason for the 412 is because if we did a 612, we'd be over height, and which we don't like, so that was the only option, to keep it under the height. In addition, the portico and shed will have a lot coverage of 20.64%, where 20% is allowed. This lot's substandard for an R110 zone, so if it was 10,000 square feet, we wouldn't need the lot coverage variance. They're putting a second floor on as they just had a newborn. They have a toddler, growing family, and it's a one-story dwelling at the moment.
Just want to see what it's gonna look like, yeah.
I need it.
Here's where it's 4 on 12. I do have a complaint from the next door neighbor, which I'm gonna read.
Big house. Right?
Thank you.
But it's very de minimis on the variance, the pictures bigger, but the,
Yeah, the pitch is, I get it, it's not in front.
remember, 0.64 is the variance of, it's not even 1% over. I'm
Right, on the building coverage,
I'm
yeah.
just saying.
All right. Anybody have any questions of this applicant? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? I have a letter I'm going to read into the record from a neighbor. Walter Legovich. He objects to this application. His primary concern, the proposed structure's height, scale, and positioning will significantly reduce the natural light reaching my property at 86 Algonquin Avenue, Massapequa. The loss of sunlight will negatively impact my home's livability, particularly in rooms that currently rely on direct sunlight for warmth and brightness, potentially reduce the value of my property due to diminished natural light and increased overshadowing. The proposed construction will directly block the natural southwest sunlight during late fall, all winter, and early spring. Looking from the side street, an acceptable design solution would not be to construct a second-story addition above the existing garage so as to retain a reasonable setback, but the remaining second-story addition would be acceptable. I respectfully request that the TOB Zoning Board of Appeals deny this application or require modifications to ensure that neighboring properties, including mine, retain reasonable access to sunlight throughout the year. Thank you for considering my objection. I trust the Zoning Board of Appeals will take into account the long-term impact this construction would have on the comfort and enjoyment of my home. Okay. Correspondence,
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
motion.
Decision.
The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 3, Appeal 25-497, Melissa Hanai at 75 Division Avenue, Massapequa.
That is in pictures, yeah.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address.
Nicholas Capucci. I work with Todd O'Connell Architects, 1200 Veterans Highway, Suite 120, Hauppauge, New York. Good evening, Chairwoman, members of the board.
Good evening.
I am here representing Mrs. Haneo. She's here with me today. Melissa's right over there. We are doing a modest front addition to this dwelling. With this front addition, a couple other things came into play, legalizing some existing structures that are on the property, and as well as the addition is causing some variances. The front addition, it is on a crawl space, and it does not have a basement, so we're looking to extend the kitchen out, and it's yielding us to about a 17.6 front yard, when a 25-foot is required. As well with the addition, we're going to be adding a portico. Portico will be open. It's a 4-foot, extending out from the house, only 4 feet, 9 foot wide. But with this portico, it's about 3.6 feet off the front property line. The addition is only a 1-story addition. We are doing a 2nd-story addition on top of the garage. It's going to remain far back on top of the garage on the back wall, so it's not going to impede with the front yard. But with the front addition coming out, we have 26.64% in lot coverage when 25% is required. Very de minimis with the lot coverage that we're asking for. The other requests on the agenda today would be the wood deck that you see on the plot plan to the north side. That wood deck was an existing deck. My clients did buy the house around October 2024, kind of purchased it with all these existing non-conforming conditions. Same with the shed, as well as the pool filter and pool equipment. There is an in-ground pool. The in-ground pool does need a fence around it, and that's also another part of the variance application, is to allow the fence to go right around the pool, where it's a mesh fence that can be taken out in the winter and put back in the summer. As you can see in the photos that I put, they do have the loop lock cover, so we don't need it in the winter, but when they take off that cover, we have to put the fence around the pool. They do have a fence around the property, but some of it is the neighboring fence, so they don't want to put the whole fence around the property. We want to keep it around the pool. That's about it. I mean, we do comply with every other setback that we have, as well as the height. And then any other questions I could...
I'm curious
I can
about that,
answer.
the mesh pool fence. How did they even pick it up? It's not on the survey. That's what they're using to fence in the pool, right?
Yes, so
Yeah.
we show it on our plot plan, and again, it's something that is there and something that's required. It was there around the patio. There's insets and inserts that you can put the
Right.
poles in.
Okay.
But yeah, it's there and it's existing.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next is hearing 4, Appeal 26-31, A World of Mirrors and Glass, 4185 Merrick Road, Massapequa.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. For the appellant, Tom Abadi, I'm an attorney with offices at 88 Sunnyside Boulevard in Plainview. And tonight's appeal seeks off-street parking relief to legalize a retail establishment in Massapequa. The subject premises is a 4,800 square foot lot located in the GB zone, so the north side of Merrick Road, and it's roughly equidistant from Tocopasha on the west and the Uncle Giuseppe's Starbucks Center on Hicksville Road to the east. The appeal is, as the chairman announced, brought in the name of A World of Glass and Mirrors, Inc., but it's actually a store known as The Shower Door, and the proprietors are Linda and Joey Hill, who are here with me this evening. The Shower Door has been a fixture in the Massapequa neighborhood for 35 years. So if you live down there, you've driven by it a zillion times. And it's always been at this very location. Just from the description alone, the shower door, you can surmise that we sell very few types of products. It's limited to shower doors, glass, and mirrors. And from that statement, you can surmise that this is also a very low-intensity use. And that use ran seamlessly, without any violations for all of those decades until May 19th, 2025. That's when a fire broke out in the premises. And thanks to the swift and thorough action of the Massapequa Fire Department, the structure was able to remain, but the interior was gutted, and that's where we are now. Linda and Joey had to relocate their business. They are still on Merrick Road, but down in Seaford, just east of the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway, and the entire operation, though, as I state, has been gutted. So they are in the rebuilding process. Part of that rebuilding process is tonight's appeal. As part of the municipal approval process, it was determined that a rear addition, which they did not erect and which was there for the entirety of 35 years, didn't have the benefit of a permit. The only relief necessary is off-street parking. I'm going to give you, just to familiarize yourself with the site, a series of 4 photographs of the store facade on one page as a single, and you'll be thankful, sole exhibit. So, the nature of the case, off-street parking relief. The thing is, the shower door can provide 0 off-street parking. It has never had off-street parking. If you're familiar with the area, this is not uncommon to this immediate portion of Merrick Road at all. They all use available street parking. That's not a problem for Linda and Joey because, as I mentioned, it's a low-intensity use. And the manner by which they operate, they only have 2 employees in the store. Do they have a larger staff? Yeah, but that staff are installers who go to job sites to install the product for our customers. So that's our factual perspective. From a legal perspective, we have a quirk here tonight. And that quirk is this. Our notice of rejection says, and as I described to you, that we need this relief for the addition alone. That addition only measures 351 square feet. So if you use the 1 stall per 200, under 246, 8.2.1 of our code, that means we only need 2 stalls. In that same notice of rejection, however, they say we need 17 stalls. Planning calculated the entire building. I don't mind. Linda and Joey don't mind, and I'll tell you why. We'd rather legalize everything once and for all so we never have to worry about it again in the future. But I bring it up because it shows that the substantial nature of this application is diminished greatly when you listen to planning, and they say the NOR, this is just for the addition, which amounts to 2 stalls. Couple of things just for the record. The site, when we do this building, we have a rear detached structure, accessory structure. That is going to be removed in all respects. We figured while we're doing the building, we'll take care of that. There is a roof overhang that connects the store to that detached structure. That's also going to be removed. To further demonstrate to you the low intensity of the use, Linda and Joey operate Monday through Friday from 10 to 6, Saturdays from 10 to 5, and they are closed on Sunday. That's the sum and substance of our case. We're here in a hardship because obviously they have been out of business. So should you find favor with the appeal, I would respectfully request an expedited decision because we can't get building permits without it. Thank you.
And I will attest to the fact that there's not a parking problem because of Takapusha, as you said, is equidistant basically between.
Correct.
And people park there. I happen to use a restaurant within that strip mall next to them.
Okay.
And I park by Takapusha and just walk into it. So it's not a parking problem.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Abate,
Yes.
are they permitted to park on the sidewalk in front of the building?
No.
They shouldn't be doing that, correct?
No, no one should park on the sidewalk. In fact, we have, there is a store next to us which has 4 parking stalls. They're completely non-conforming.
Yeah.
Completely non-conforming because you have to traverse the sidewalk to get in and out. Also, under our code, you can't back up onto a roadway. And those 4 non-conforming, another fancy word for illegal.
No, it's difficult because I understand your client has no parking for customers. They have no parking for their own vans. So what they've been doing is parking in front of the store,
Our?
on the sidewalk.
I've never witnessed that in
No, I
all my
haven't,
site
yeah.
inspections. But to the extent that you're making us aware of it, that's something they cannot do, and they will be subject to violations if they continue it. Consider them warned.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Anybody else?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Great, thank you all so much. Good
Good
night.
night. Thank you.
Evening. Hearing 5, Appeal 25-498, Stephanie Santo at 21 Seneca Drive, North Massapequa.
That would be with the mailing notice, it's all good. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't right.
I have a letter from my neighbor.
Yeah, you can give it during testimony. Did I just swear you in?
Yes, of
Raise your
course.
right hand. Promise to tell the truth during the proceedings?
I do.
Thank you. Your name and address, please.
Stephanie Santo, 21 Seneca Drive, Massapequa.
Thank you.
Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here today for a variance hearing for propane tanks that ignite my fireplace. They were there when I purchased the home in 2015. I'm now trying to legalize everything because I put a pool in my backyard. So
And this came up?
Correct.
Okay.
So the side yard setback is 8 feet, which I meet to my neighbor's property. But because they measure from the outside of the cylinder, and the cylinder is 2 feet in diameter, I'm now short, so I only make it by 6 feet. So then I was told I needed to meet the front yard setback, so the front of my property line would be 50 feet. But the problem with that is then the tanks would be at the electrical panels in the rear of the home, and they can't be near a source of ignition. I do have with me today Nassau County Fire Marshal plans that have been approved, dated August 16, 2025. And I have a letter signed by my neighbor, Gerard Burt, who is the budding property to the side, where I'm not making the side setback, not opposing my application for variance.
Thank you. Very good, thank you.
That's a consent letter from your neighbor?
It's a consent.
Yeah. So,
Who told you you can't have the propane tank on the outside of the electrical panel,
Nassau County Fire Marshals.
even though the panel's in the basement?
It has to be, no, the electrical panel's on the outside of the house?
Oh, okay, so it's service.
Correct, the electrical service, yes.
I was to the property, and my question is, would the propane tank be in front of the chimney and the fence you're talking about?
Yes, it would be between the gate and
Okay.
the chimney.
Perfect.
So it does make then the 10-foot separation between the central air conditioning unit and then the 10 feet to the sources of ignition,
Okay,
the
so
electric.
it's to the front of the house. The gate would be here, and then...
It's behind the
chimney.
gate, which there's a 6-foot gate that is legal, and I
Yes.
have a permit for that.
Okay, thank you.
So it's not visible to,
No.
from the street.
Right, and you have that letter from the most affected neighbor?
I do.
Okay.
I've handed that up.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else?
I'm good.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Hearing 6, Appeal 26-50, Christopher Sonona at 412 North Atlanta Avenue, North Massapequa.
Council, would you do this proceeding?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
We have before you a property located at 412 North Atlanta Avenue in Massapequa in an R17 zone. We are seeking relief for the following variances: side yard and aggregate setback, lot coverage, and the encroachment of eaves and gutters. Just for some points of reference, this is a specific plan that was previously approved under applications of the zoning board 58-12 and 12-340. I have attached this prior approval, so you have it in front of you. Also, this is a non-conforming lot, 6,000 square feet where 7,000 is required, 60 feet wide where 70 feet is required, and the existing side yard and aggregate setbacks, along with the existing lot coverage, is non-conforming. Concerning the side yards, where 8 is required as the minimum and 20 as an aggregate, the existing and the proposed, as this is a vertical addition to the home, is 5.23 feet and 14.9 feet respectively. We are not changing those setbacks. They are staying as they are. And as far as I'm aware of, that has been the setbacks at least since its original build in 1958. The lot coverage, maximum allows 25%. The existing currently is at 29, and we're proposing 29.2%, an increase of only 20.5 square feet. The 20.5 square feet is functionally just that box bay in the front of the house for some extra curb appeal, as shown by the elevations you have in front of you. Just as a little bit of extra homework, this is a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house, 2 bathrooms on the second floor, one being the primary, one being for the hall, 1 full bath on the first floor, 1 full bath in the cellar. The cellar is 6'10", so it's not habitable. And unfortunately, yes, there is a cellar entrance, but it's been there forever. Being the area is not habitable and the cellar is unfinished, and there's no intention to finish it, I hope that will not be a concern for the board. As also, there is a hardship letter attached to this application, which was previously approved by the zoning office prior to this hearing. I would take any questions if you have any.
Do you have any letters from any of the neighbors on the block?
Unfortunately, I do not.
You do not? Okay.
If you look at the right side of the cellar, you'll see the staircase behind the garage. Will be the unexcavated area, so let's say the top right of the plans.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Hearing 7, Appeal 25-499, Yang Zhu Shuang at 8 Leslie Street, Bethpage.
Marcel Truth during the proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Richard Bronchick, Bronchick for JL Drafting, 707 Route 110, Farmingdale, New York, 11735.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
There are currently 4 items before the board, all for existing conditions. A second kitchen for proposed parent-child use, the reduction of off-street parking for parent-child use from 3 spaces to 2, a driveway with a 1-yard side yard setback instead of the required 8 feet, and a 6-foot-high PVC fence in the front yard where the permitted height is 4 feet. This is an R17 property with a 40-foot wide front yard and total square footage of 4,000 square feet. The house is a split level with a 2-bedroom apartment on the first floor. There are 4 people living in the house, the owner, husband, and wife, and in the apartment, there are 2 children, their son and their daughter, adults. They understand that if they sell the house, or if the children no longer live there, that the house has to revert to a 1-family house, the second kitchen has to be removed. Regarding the off-street parking, the driveway is currently 17.5 that's width by 25.8 feet in length. Now, that's only 0.5 feet in width less than that's required for 2 parking spaces. There's also an attached garage for 1 car. So, under the circumstances, we hope, we can definitely fit 3 cars and hope that's not an issue. It should be noted that the parent-child use has been granted this property since 1975 and has been removed at least 11 times, most recently in 2012, when the driveway was much narrower and was wide enough for only 1 car. I have a photograph from that time period, if I could just submit that. Thank you. As mentioned earlier, the property is only 40 feet wide. The side yard setback for the house on the side of the driveway is only 4.5 feet. Little to no side yard setbacks for driveways is in character with the neighborhood, both on Leslie Street, the street in question, and on both of the cross streets, Central Boulevard and Bradford Lane. Regarding the fence, we'd like to amend the application to withdraw this request. We will comply with the town code for a 4-foot fence in front of the property.
Withdrawing D.
Yes. And I'll be happy to take any questions.
As you're looking at, I mean, the whole front of the house,
It's just about.
they've also made it essentially a curb cut, no curb cut.
In effect, yeah, no curb cut is there, that's correct.
That's the neighbor's driveway. But it's a 4-foot fence.
That's correct.
That one, yes, and it's open.
That's correct.
It's open.
So looking at the house, which side of the house are they looking for relief on? Right side.
It's the other side, the side in front of the driveway.
As you're looking at the house, it's on the right?
As you're looking at the house, it's on the left. If you're standing in the street, on the garage side, what did I say, I'm sorry, the garage side, yes.
Yeah, this is the problem right here.
The relief. We can't let that,
So that should be,
It's on the south side of the property where the garage is.
Are there sidewalks? Is that a sidewalk?
There's sidewalks past the house, but not
But
not
not
to the
there.
right of it, and not in front of
To the
it.
right.
Right, that house has no sidewalk.
But there is a 4-foot fence.
Two driveways right next to each other.
I understand, Unfortunately, it's not a matter before the board, but I understand your concern. What would you like to, how would you like us to handle that?
Not in front of the board. no.
That's the 4-foot fence, this is the subject property, and that's the next door.
Okay.
This is the circular, right, that's the subject house, is the circular, isn't it?
They agree to do that.
That's the house.
Yeah, they shouldn't be driving over the curb cut. It's not what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, we've agreed to take that part of the front and revert it to natural surface grass or what have you.
Good. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm writing it down. Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed and the decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Hearing 8, Appeal 25-504, Russell Wetzler at 44 Cheshire Road, Bethpage.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I'd like to pass up some photos, consent letters for the board. I'm representing Mr. and Mrs. Wetzler. They're seeking a variance for proposed detached garage exceeding the lot coverage, rear yard lot coverage, exceeding 1/3 of the maximum building coverage for an accessory structure, and exceeding 40% of the principal dwelling, and a height variance, and to maintain an air conditioner having less side yard setback than required. The Wetzels are seeking a variance for a detached two-car garage. This will be in the rear yard. It is maintaining the rear yard and side yard setbacks. The height variance they are seeking is 15 feet with 12 feet required. This will be behind the house. There are similar garages in the immediate area, and I have provided photos for the board's review. They are at 8 Berkshire Road, 8 Cambridge Court, 25 and 33 Cheshire Road, 11 Sheridan Court, 27 MacArthur Avenue, 10 Redwood Drive, 20 Oxford Lane, and 11 Deb Street. These are all detached garages in the rear yards, as this garage will not be out of character with this neighborhood. In regard to the air conditioning unit, it is behind a fence and not visible from the street, and the abutting neighbor signed a consent letter. Also, the homeowner reached out to his neighbors, and he obtained consent letters from the 3 neighbors directly across the street at 33, 35, and 45 Cheshire Road, and from the 2 abutting neighbors at 28 and 46 Cheshire Road, and the neighbor directly in the rear at 43 Berkshire Road. The purpose of this garage is so the homeowner can put his classic cars in there. As the photos show, they're presently in the driveway under tarps. This garage will afford the homeowner safe storage of his automobiles. As the photos show, the neighbor's garage is similar to what he's proposing. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition and has always been well maintained. Mr. and Mrs. Wetzler have lived in this house for many years.
Okay.
The examples you gave us, do you know if they have height variances?
I do not, I could not get in the yards. They were just
Okay.
aerial photos.
All right. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our
Thank you.
office. Thank you.
Hearing 9, Appeal 25-382, Blue Point Group LLC at 44 Bethpage Road, Hicksville. Perfect timing.
Substitute general proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address.
Herbert Bardalis, 251 Post Avenue, Westbury, New York. I'm here on behalf of Leonard Krakowski Architect, and I'm representing Blue Point and Forge Fitness, who's the owner, Jonathan Casanova.
Could you just speak up
Talk
a
a little louder.
Sorry.
Maybe just raise it, yeah.
All right. So, all right, so our application is to maintain a fitness center tenancy, and we're requesting a parking variance. And For this tenancy, we need 29 parking spaces, and for the other tenants, we have 68. There are multiple tenants in this building, about 9, and the site-wide parking spaces is, what we're proposing, is 97 parking spaces, and the site only has 45 parking spaces. Now, I have a notice of decision here from 2004, where we got an approval for 80 parking spaces at the time. What 80 parking spaces were required at the time, and 45 parking spaces existing. And just for some context, in this building, there are multiple tenants. Most of them are like contractors. For example, there's one of them, Rosewood Fire Equipment, and they're like, they provide fire extinguishers, things like that. Wagner Construction, it's a construction company, an HVAC contractor, and a few others. So most of those guys are out in the field for most of the day, and there's plenty of parking for everybody. Even though for this tenancy here, we need 29, there's still, for this tenancy, even he won't use 29. This tenancy, they offer classes, small classes like Pilates, yoga, things like that, and those classes are small groups, like anywhere between 6 to 9. And this is why we're asking for relief, because one, this is, this hardship was not self-created, and the site has always had sufficient parking space for most of the time, so.
And the parking requirements for fitness centers are pretty stringent.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anybody have any questions on this application? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Hearing 10, Appeal 25-449, John Gasinski at 36 Gardner Avenue, Hicksville.
Made it.
You made it, perfect timing. Couldn't be better, right?
Promise to tell the truth in these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
Good evening. My name is Dean Katsubis. My address is 121 Newbridge Road, Hicksville, New York, 11801. Good evening, members of the board. I'm here on behalf of my client, John Grosinski of 36 Gardner Avenue in Hicksville. I'd like to start by saying this house was in the family since 1952. His parents were the original owners of the house. He has since inherited the house, and he's looking to do a renovation and an expansion, and we're seeking variances in connection with the proposed second-story addition, and at the same time to legalize an existing fence. I'll start off with the fence, because I feel that may be the easier one. The fence, as this is a corner property, we have an existing fence along the north side of the property line, which is parallel with California Street. The fence is set back approximately 26 feet from the corner facing Gardner Avenue. It doesn't pose any visibility issues for drivers as they turn from one street to the other. And also like to point out that the neighbor's driveway is on the other side. My client does have a driveway that's within this fence. However, there are large gates that have to be opened for this driveway for him to use the driveway. So he keeps a trailer in there for his motorcycle. So anytime he takes out the trailer, he opens the gate. So it's obvious. It's not like an everyday driveway where people, they're backing in and out. So for that reason, we want to legalize a six-foot fence, as it is, it does give them the backyard that they need. In addition, as far as the addition, we're proposing a partial second-story addition for 2 new bedrooms and 1 bath. This addition will only be on the right side of the house, and it's not the full second story. We're seeking a variance for the front yard. We're asking for 23.4 feet, where 25.5 feet is the requirement. This is a very, very small difference. We are also asking for a side yard variance of 5 feet, where 8 feet is required. And I just want to point out, we are on the side yard, we're going straight up from the existing house, which is there. So we're not further encroaching, we're just going straight up. we meet the other requirements, we meet FAR, we meet lot coverage, we meet roof height and pitch and all that. The only other variance we're asking for is encroachment of eaves and gutters, which is a standard variance request. I feel that these requests are minimal. Like to ask for your approval or any questions you may have.
I have none. Anybody have any questions?
I know it's mostly original homes on the block, but it's also a fairly de minimis application, because, not even 2 feet you're asking for, so I got it.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Why is everybody on that side of the room?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Okay. All right. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is hearing 11, Appeal 25-480, Samir and Barack Amara at Patel at 3 Clinton Street, Hicksville.
You're back.
I'm back, but I'm going to ask for, to let some other people go as we're waiting for, I believe some neighbors are coming that would like to speak, so.
Let's go.
All right.
You're on. You're on. The neighbors are here.
They can come up.
All right. All right, I guess we're right on time. So, all right, thank you. All right, I'd like to, I have some renderings of the home that we're asking to build.
Oh, we love renderings.
You know,
Very pretty.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
That's a really small house. There's no garage there.
Is that an original method?
It's R16 zone.
Good evening once again. My name is Dean Kutsubis. I'm here tonight together with architect Vincent Lemma and also the client Mr. Samir Patel of 3 Clinton Street in Hicksville. The client and his family have lived at the house for over 15 years, and at this point they decided that a new construction house would be the better choice for them rather than renovating and expanding the current house that they have. We're seeking 2 variances in connection with this proposed construction. We're asking for a side yard. We're asking for a side yard on the driveway. I'll start with that one, as that is hopefully the easier one to ask for. The driveway side yard we're proposing at 0 feet, where the minimum is 5 feet. This is important. We're asking for this variance as the new driveway will be in the same location as the existing driveway, and we will also utilize the same curb cut. Therefore, there is no change to the driveway. It's just that the driveway existed for many years and predates the code change which setbacks the driveway to the property line without having to change the curb cut or configuration how to get in and out of the property. As far as the new construction house goes, we're asking for a variance on gross floor area of our total gross floor area would be 2,624 square feet, where the requirement is 2,250 square feet. This is an increase of 374 square feet. Being that they are in an R16 district, they are already at a disadvantage because they only have 5,000 square feet of land. If they had 6,000 square feet of land, they would have been allowed as of right to build a 2,900 square foot house. But anything under 6,000 automatically puts them at 45% of the lot coverage. So 45% of 5,000 is 2,250. That's it. Our house we're proposing is, I gotta say, it's in line with other homes in the neighborhood. It's a 4-bedroom house. 1 bedroom on the first floor, 3 bedrooms on the second floor, which is actually less bedrooms than many other new constructions, as we have seen. Most new constructions are 5 bedrooms, and some have gone to 6 bedrooms for new construction homes. And should we have stayed with the strict limit of 2,250 square feet, each room would have been substantially smaller, including smaller kitchen, living room, and dining areas, and would not be practical and normal for a new construction home. These are the only two variances that we are asking for. All other all other code items comply with the ordinance, including the height, the roof pitch, other setbacks, lot coverage, everything else we got to comply. My clients have spoke to the neighbors about this house. They were able to get 3 consent letters from the neighbors, and they'll bring them up. And to my understanding, there are some neighbors here, hopefully in support of this application. This concludes my presentation, and if you have any questions, I'll gladly answer.
How many bathrooms?
Okay, so it's 4 bathrooms total, so it's 2 on the first floor, 2 on the second floor.
What's in the basement?
It's, right now it's proposed, it's an unfinished basement.
You have stairs inside?
We have stairs inside.
Why do you need an exterior stair?
It was, part of the design is to have an exterior stair. It is definitely positive. I understand, and I made my client aware that the board's position on outside entrances, but the stair by itself is not, complies with the zoning ordinance, and it doesn't need a variance. So I'm not really here asking for a variance on the outside stair, but I do understand, and I did make my client aware about the concerns with the townhouse about basement entrances.
Is there a bathroom in the basement?
What's the ceiling height of the basement?
It's a 6'11" ceiling height in the basement, and there is no proposed bathroom in the basement.
Thank you.
Is there a bathroom there now?
No, well, right, the house that's there now is coming down. I don't know what's in the house now, unfortunately.
So you have an indoor stairs to the basement and an outdoor stairs to the basement?
Correct.
Existing.
No,
Well, it's in the plans, that house isn't built yet.
no, the house is not built yet.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this, the house doesn't have a garage, I can understand why your client would want the basement entrance. And what was the ceiling height?
It's 6'11" basement ceiling height.
They have laundry down there?
The laundry is actually, I believe it's on the second floor.
Even better, okay. Second floor? None. All right. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Oh, you have the neighbors. Any neighbors want to speak on this application? Come on up. Anybody who wants to speak, please come up here and be sworn in today.
You can all come up together.
They're here in support, she said.
They don't have to speak if they
You
don't
don't
want
have
to.
to speak, you can, yeah, you can.
Dog and pony show.
Hi, just
Good
have to
evening.
swear you in. You raise your right hand, you promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yeah, we support them.
And, okay, and just your name and address, please.
Daksha Thakkar and 4 Clinton Street, Hicksville, New York 11801.
Thank you.
Can you spell your first and last name? Ma'am, can you spell your first and last name?
Yeah, my first name is Daksha, D as a David, A-K-S-H-A, and Thakkar is my last name, T-H-A-K-K-A-R. Thakkar.
Thank you.
You welcome.
Did you want to speak? Did you want to say anything to the board? Just- you
Yeah, we
just-
support them, they are like our family, so we would like to support them.
Thank you.
Thank you very
That's
much.
fine.
Thank you all for coming down. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you all, for the record, you all support it? Right.
You're all in support?
No, I'm the owner.
Oh, you're the owner?
Yeah. One of the owners.
So you support
So
it.
you
So you definitely support it.
Have some
Okay.
letters? Very good, sir, I'll take those.
Thank you.
Consents, right, from the neighbors. Very good.
Thank you,
Perfect.
Thank you.
thank you
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you,
Three
folks.
consents.
Three consents. I already wrote that down. How did I know that? Like Karnak.
He said it.
Come on back up.
Okay, Dean.
We'll wrap it up. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Okay.
Are you gonna, you can
Do you
take
want the
those.
renderings?
We don't
Okay,
want 'em.
yes, of course.
They're very pretty, though.
First, Dean.
All right.
Hearing 12, Appeal 25-484, Sohao Chima at 1 Arling Street, Hicksville.
Still have the old stuff.
No. That's the good
I
side.
don't know if he's here. So should I pull it now?
Why did you have it?
Give it a try.
Okay.
Good evening again.
Good evening.
I'm here on behalf of Ms. Kima. Property is located at 1 Alling Street in Hicksville, R17 zone. Proposing to maintain a 4-foot fence where 2.5 is required within a 30-foot of the intersection, and a 6-foot PVC fence across the front yard on Alcliff Drive. The 4-foot fence is an open picket, which is cut on an angle at the corner. It doesn't create any line of sight issues, and the 6-foot fence along Alcliff Drive also doesn't create any line of sight issues, as the neighbor's driveway is one house over. So it's got at least 45 feet before the next driveway over there. We're also looking to maintain a roof over entry, a roof over porch that has a front yard setback on Alcliff of 21.3 to the entry and 24.9 to the porch, where 25.2 is required, which is minimal. The roof over porch has a front yard setback on Alling Street of 11.9 feet, where 25.5 is required. This is also very common in the neighborhood. The house across the street and a couple houses have the same porch. The roof over porch, the entry, the bump out have a lot coverage of 26.79, where 25% is allowed. Clients purchased this home approximately 10 years ago. All of these items existed at the time. There was a code compliance case on this. Somebody called and filed a complaint. Code enforcement did visit the house. It is a single-family dwelling. There's nothing there. They did tell them that, unfortunately, these items that we're here for didn't have permits, so we're
So
here.
here we are.
All right. Anybody have any questions?
No, I took a look at it, the fence is okay.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
You too, thank you. I'm going to call the hearing that we called in the beginning that wasn't here, just in case they have arrived. Hearing number 1, Appeal 25-492, Jonathan Hauser
I don't think he's gonna be here tonight.
at 130 Massachusetts Avenue, Massapequa. No? Okay, we'll give it one call at the very
Yeah.
end again. All right, next is hearing number 14, Appeal 25-488, 284 Broadway Realty Incorporated at 284 North Broadway, Hicksville.
I was gonna say, what's going on here?
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. For the record, Philip Butler with the law firm of Forcelli, Deegan, Tirana, on behalf of the applicant. I have some revised plans that I'd like to hand up to the board. So we are here this evening seeking what is now a minor parking variance for the conversion of a former bank building into a coffee house. The original denial for this application stated that the variance was for 12 parking spaces. The original denial states that 38 parking spaces were required, whereas 26 were provided. We've now revised the plans to reduce the size of the variance to 4 spaces. So the subject property is at 284 North Broadway. It's a rectangular parcel with approximately 30,000 square feet, located in the GB zoning district. It is improved with an existing commercial building containing 4,648 square feet, with, as I mentioned, 26 parking spaces on site. The previous occupant was a Chase Bank. As the board knows, this area of Hicksville is very commercialized. The properties to the north, south, and east are all commercial properties, also in the GB district. The Eagle Rock apartment complex is directly to the west in the R17 zoning district. So the applicant would like to convert the building to, as I mentioned, a coffee shop. This is a permitted use in the district. It is a luxury Yemeni coffee shop that serves traditional Yemeni coffee, as well as teas and other beverages. They will also be serving pre-prepared snacks and desserts. There will be no cooking here. There's no full meal service. As you'll see on the floor plan that was submitted, there's no ovens in this kitchen. There's just those reheaters that you'll see in like a Starbucks to reheat pre-prepared foods. But like any coffee house, this is a place that is open to the public for individuals to come and work or socialize. Under the original proposal, which was filed with this board, the application called for 112 seats with 26 parking spaces. We spoke with a couple of traffic engineers who felt that the parking was a little bit too tight for the site. So as a result, we revised the plans to reduce the maximum seats to 100, and we actually found space on the site to increase the parking by 4 spaces. So that is reflected in the plans that I handed up to the board this evening, and I can walk you through those changes on a larger format if the board would like. So with the proposed revisions, we're required to have 33.3 spaces or 34 spaces by code. We'll provide 30, and therefore that reduces the variance to 4 spaces. So 34 required, 30 proposed. So give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully this will stay.
Yep, you got it.
So the area that I marked in pink shows the location of the new parking spaces that we're going to install. So originally, with the Chase Bank, there was a drive-through on the south side of the building. That was going to be removed and replaced by a walkway with landscaping on both sides. Instead of having the walkway and landscaping on both sides, there will be foundation plantings, and on the other side of that will be 3 additional parking spaces. And then we found room in the front of the building, adjacent to Broadway, to add a 4th space. So that's the changes to the floor plan. To the site plan.
Okay. Good job.
Same thing with the floor plan. We've thinned out the seating in a number of areas within the building to, as I mentioned, reduce the total number of seating to 100. So that's how we accomplished the reduced variance. So I have Key and Cody with R&M Engineering here to give some brief testimony. We believe this level of parking will support the cafe now that we've reduced the seating and increased the parking spaces. So I'll have Key and come up and address the board now.
I just have to swear you in, sir. Hey, Lou.
Can you get rid of that?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Yeah.
Key and Cody with the firm of Robinson and Mueller Engineering. Our office is at 50 Elm Street in Huntington, New York. Good evening, Chairwoman and members of the board. We were retained by the applicant to provide parking testimony with regards to tonight's application. The proposed project is a 100-seat cafe, which would occupy an existing vacant building, which was previously occupied by a drive-through bank. As part of this project, the applicant is proposing minor on-site improvements in order to obtain 4 total new spaces, 3 on the south side of the property in the side yard, and then 1 in the front yard. This brings the total on-site capacity from the 26 existing up to 30 spaces. Based off the schedule of off-street parking loading requirements, a restaurant would require 1 parking space for every 3 seats or 3 persons. Based on that, we would need 33.3 or rounded up to 34 spaces. So a variance in total for 4 parking spaces. We did look through our files to see if we had anything similar use-wise that we had observed in town of Oyster Bay. In the summer of 2022, we did study a Panera Bread over in Plainview off of Old Country Road. This Panera Bread contained 106 seats, and we observed a peak parking demand over the weekend. We observed both the weekday and a Saturday, and we observed a peak parking demand of 31 vehicles at this location. Converted that, creating a rate of 31 vehicles parked at 106 seats, bringing it down to 100 seats, and it's about 0.29 vehicles parked per seat, which results in 29 vehicles parked. As such, that's 1 less than proposed capacity. Based off that information, we believe there would be adequate parking capacity on the site to accommodate the use.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
There won't be any outdoor seating here, will there?
We're not currently showing any outdoor seating. There's a small patio, but that's pretty much an existing area outside. So no permanent outdoor seating.
Okay.
Is the use of this similar to Panera? Is that what?
Yes, that's why we had Key and compare the two, just as a basis of comparison, yes. Although,
Drive-throughs, just curious as to.
well, they're reusing a bank space, so the bank space had all these, right. So they're really repurposing the space, so it kind of lends itself to creating these little pockets. But Panera, actually, they have cooking on premises. As I mentioned, this is just going to be reheating, so they're not even going to have a very large staff. It's going to be a maximum of 4 employees, at any given time. That's maximum. So, you know, most of the parking will be available to customers.
Do we know how average stay in a store like this is?
I don't know, what would you say was the average amount of time people would stay on premises? I mean, it would honestly, it would probably vary why they're there. I mean, if there are people, I used to study for my law exams in a Starbucks, so I was there for like 6 hours a day.
Yeah. There are
So-
people, yeah.
Hey, I bought a couple, like, drinks while I was there.
They encourage, coffee shops encourage it, so.
Yeah, so I mean,
there are
it
people
probably
who
varies
stay
pretty
there and
widely, I would
people who
think.
leave.
So you said you have 100 seats, right?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm only counting 66.
You know, I probably did the same thing where you're seeing those banks and it looks like there's one seat.
Yeah.
There's actually benches against the wall and against that circular thing in the middle. There are 100 seats in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which would revert back to the question about outside seating.
Right, we're not showing any outside seating.
Okay.
If they ever propose it, we'll be back here
You'll be
and have to
back.
deal with it at that point.
All right, thank you. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Hearing 15, Appeal 25-485, Giovanni Pignataro at 12 Pamela Court, Plainview.
No, I'm saying you're gonna give it to me. Yes.
We're finally hearing this side of the room.
The oddballs.
Soul voice.
Promise to tell truth to the proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Christopher Nielsen of the firm Nielsen and Shoemaker Architects. We're at 105 18th Avenue in Seacliff, New York, 11579. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm here to represent Giovanni and Angela Pignataro of 12 Pamela Court in Plainview. My clients have lived at this property since 1981. We're here to rebuild a deck that's in the rear yard off the second floor. The deck has a 17.5 foot setback where 25 feet is required. In 1988, the Pignataros came to the board and got a variance to build the deck that's there now. At that point, the variance was granted for 17 feet plus or minus. And now we're looking to rebuild the deck, basically the same size. The stair's going to be in a separate location. It'll also be 17.5 feet setback from the rear yard where 25 feet is required. That's pretty much what we're here for.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hearing 16, Appeal 25-491, Marilyn Payo at 5 Myron Road, Plainview.
This one says Stannis, so it's number one. This one says have a Stannis, so it's number one.
Thank you.
Have the Stannis applied for this one that you're doing right now? Oops, you okay? Yeah.
16, I thought it was number one.
Yeah, this one is
Yeah,
the same.
yeah.
So is number one in the same city, and no one showed up. Okay.
One tonight,
Okay. Promise to tell truth to the
Yes, I do.
Thanks.
Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Malon Powell of 5 Myron Road, Plainview, New York. We are requesting a variance for a proposed 6-foot-high vinyl fence, which is located in R17 zone and exceeds the maximum permitted height of 4 feet across the side front yard along Theodore Drive. The proposed fence will not impede any sight lines along Theodore Drive or Myron Road. The existing driveway of the neighbor's property is approximately 50 feet south of the proposed fence. And as you can see in the photos that were submitted to the board, the sight lines of this driveway will not be obstructed by this fence. There was a previous zoning board decision for this property, decision number 93-263, dated June 17th, 1993, for an existing rear raised wood deck with less than a required rear yard setback. I do not have consent letters for this application. They are requested of the owner. The property is well maintained, and the proposed fence will be consistent with other corner lot properties in this neighborhood. And that completes our application.
Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Hearing number 17, Appeal 25-458, Michael Goodman at 2 Orchard Drive, Woodbury.
Tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Michael Rant, North Coast Civil, 39 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York, 11771. Good evening, board members. My name is Michael Rant. I'm representing the owners of 2 Orchard Drive, and we're seeking a variance to maintain a sports court with a side and rear yard setback of 18 feet versus 20 feet. The sports court was constructed with a permit. It was proposed at 20 feet, but it was built slightly closer than required. I do have 4 consent letters from all of the neighbors that touched the property, stating they have no objection.
Thank you.
Again, they did have a permit. Unfortunately, it was built slightly closer. The neighbors have no objection. The property is well maintained, and I don't believe there's any adverse impact by the de minimis variance being sought. Happy to answer any questions from the board.
Are there any lights just lit up?
No lights, no fence, no light,
No fence?
no fencing, just an open sports court.
Okay. That's my question. Anybody else?
Nope, that's good. Good answer.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by
Thank you
our
very
office.
much.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Good night.
Hearing 18, Appeal 25-486, Stephen Messina at 44 Roosevelt Avenue, Syosset, New York.
Tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes, ma'am.
Name and address, please.
Chris Gray, architect, 2401 Capri Place, North Belmore, New York. Good evening. I am representing Stephen Messina, who lives at 44 Roosevelt Avenue, Syosset. He happens to be sitting right here to my right. The proposed project is to build a one-story addition to their home that's located in the R1-6 zone. This one-story addition with a attic above. And the issues that we do have is, the first one is the lot coverage. The maximum allowable is 28%. The proposed is 33.68%. That happens to be 5.68% over, which you also.
Not to interrupt you, but the plans and the application says two-story addition.
Well, there's an attic. I mean, it's not a full two-story. You know, it's a one-story addition with an attic, so as a total, it could be deemed as a 1.5-story structure. So it really is not a two-story structure.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. So getting back to the maximum building coverage of 28%, the proposed is 33.68. That happens to be 5.68 square feet over the allowable, or that's equivalent to 405 square feet. There was a design that was made to make a two-story structure, but unfortunately, that was unaffordable, so they opted for a one-story. So that kind of increased the ground coverage. So that's the reason for going over the allowable. And then the second part is the floor area ratio. They're allowed to have an area of 3,220, and the proposed is 4,358. That happens to be 1,138 square feet over the allowable. In this calculation, basement 7 feet or higher is included, Also, a portion of the attic that's over 7 feet is included in this calculation. Although the plans show that the attic is to be unfinished, that has been included. They may, in the future, if they decide to finish that space, they are aware they do have to file a permit for that. The basement is, had it been 1 inch lower, it would have been knocked out of this calculation. The basement of 1,123 square feet, it would have eliminated that variance for floor area, had that basement been 1 inch lower, but it is included in that, so that's the area that they're proposing. This property is a little unique. There's only one residential property to the west, and the property to the north is a parking lot for a synagogue, and then the property to the east is a parking lot for a post office. So there's only one residential neighbor to the west. I do have 2 letters of consent, one from the neighbor on the west and one from across the street.
Thank you.
And that is my case.
Can you see the elevation?
Is windows in that storage space?
Excuse me?
Windows are in that that attic space has windows?
Yes, it does.
And what's in the basement now?
Excuse me?
What's in the basement now?
There is, part of this application to the building department is to legalize the existing finished basement. There is an exterior basement stairs. Mr. Messina has owned this house 6 years, so he inherited this exterior stair as well as the finished basement from the prior owner.
Is there a bathroom in the basement?
Yes, 3-piece.
Is there a bedroom in the basement?
There is a space that looks like one. They plan to open it up a little bit. The building department, I'm sure, will have a say in on it as to that it needs to be opened up, but they would like to open that up as well. They also have 4 greyhound dogs, which they have the run of the house, but they do keep them contained in the basement. They have a little pooping room and as well as a little sleeping area for them, so they kind of contain them when they're not around.
Did you say Great Danes?
Greyhound.
That's not a little pooping room. That's a big pooping room.
Well, I think that they have the smaller.
Oh, there's a little Italian greyhound?
Yeah, that's it,
Okay.
that's it, yes.
I know dogs.
I've never seen them, but yes.
Okay, they're very cute, they're very fragile.
4 of them, no less. Any other
I
questions?
have no questions. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too. Hearing 20, Appeal 25-495, Andrew Lee at 23 Post Street, Glen Head.
Promise to tell the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Good evening, my name is Cole Gartmayer from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. An agent representing Andrew Lee, owner of 23 Post Street, Glen Head, New York, Section 20, Block 23, Lot 46. This property is in an R1-7 zone. An application was filed to maintain an existing shed and fencing. The existing 12.5 foot by 8 foot shed does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 3 feet. The current setback is 2.4 feet.
The shed also exceeds the maximum permitted building height for sheds of 10 feet. The current height is 10.5 feet. The existing 6-foot fence exceeds the maximum permitted height across the front yard. The fence is actually a 6-foot wooden fence. It's not a PVC fence as advertised, with a small section of a railing-type fence. You can see from photos that I'll pass up. As you can see, there are no visible site issues backing out of the driveway from the photos. The home was purchased in early 2025, and the fence and shed were existing. I'll pass the photos up now. So my client has spoken to the abutting neighbors. None of them expressed any issues with the variances being granted. That's my case.
That is your case. I'd like to see the pictures. Sure. Thank you. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening, everybody.
You too, thank you. Hearing 22, Appeal 26-39, Simon Smith at 5 Polly Lane, Glen Head.
Wow. I know a lot of those.
I do. Good evening, Madam Chair. Oh, I'm sorry, Lewis Warner Consulting, 20 Cherry Street, Locust Valley, New York, 11560. Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. I'd like to pass up some consent letters, green cards, letters from doctors, and also some pictures of the residents. I'm here tonight representing Mr. and Mrs. Simon Smith, 5 Polly Lane, Glen Head. The property is also known as Section 21, Block 211-1, Lot 9, and it's located in a, excuse me, R17 district. I'm here tonight, I'm here tonight requesting a variance to construct a 1-story addition to accommodate a new bedroom, bathroom, and handicap ramp with less than the required side yard and encroachments of eaves and gutters, and allow an existing shed to remain with less than the required rear yard setback. The new addition is necessary to accommodate Mrs. Smith's future health needs, as evidenced in the letters that I submitted to you, and to allow her to live a more comfortable and safe life in her own residence. The required setback for the proposed addition is 8 feet.
See the letter.
Whereas the proposed side yard it will be 5.9 feet, a difference of 2.1 feet. The required rear yard setback for the existing shed is 3 feet. The existing shed is 0 feet from the property line. Mr. Smith tells me that he bought the property in 2001, and that shed was there, so he had no control over it. The property is well-maintained, and all of the zoning requirements have been met.
She definitely needs to be on the first floor. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Decision?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice evening.
You too. Hearing 23, Appeal 26-51, Benjamin Goldman at 7 Brookside Drive, Oyster Bay.
Oyster Bay.
DENTON. Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale, I'd like to pass up some photos and consent letters and some revised plans for structural only. Representing the Goldmans of 7 Brookside Drive in Oyster Bay. The Goldmans are seeking a variance for a proposed deck having less side, rear yard setback, and exceeding the maximum building coverage and gross floor area, and to install a semi-in-ground pool having less side and rear yard setbacks than required, and to amend decision number 24-232. This is an irregular shaped parcel. The homeowners are proposing a deck with a pool in the center. This would be a semi-in-ground pool. There is only one neighbor affected by this variance. That's the neighbor at 209 West Main Street. She has seen the plans and she has signed a letter of no objections. There are large shrubs in between the properties and a fence as the photos show. The proposed lot coverage is 21.86%, where 20% is the maximum. If this variance was granted, the homeowner would condition not to further enclose a roof over the deck. The purpose of this pool is for the Goldman son who needs it for therapeutic exercise. I have submitted a letter from their doctor, and it's also been submitted to the town, and they considered this a hardship. The pool and deck will not be visible from the street. There was a prior variance, that was decision number 24-232, and that was for an expansion of a legal two-family house, which was approved and COs were obtained. There was no objections at that meeting. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition and has always been well-maintained.
Thank you. Questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion.
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
Next is holdover 1, Appeal 25-454, Mushkesh Maharbib at 44 Sherman Drive, Syosset.
Raise your right hand, sir. Promise to tell the truth in the proceedings.
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Kenneth Long, architect, 870 Gina Court, North Belmore, New York, 11710.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies, Madam Chairwoman and members of the board. Again, my name is Kenneth Long. I'm here on behalf of Mukesh and Diana Mahabir at 44 Sherman Drive in Syosset. My clients purchased this home in mid-2024 with the intentions of improving it for their growing family. The property is located in R110 district with a lot size of 80 by 125, resulting in a 10,000 square foot conforming lot. The property is currently improved with an expanded split-level dwelling, raised wood deck, and a freestanding hot tub, all of which existed at the time of the purchase. My clients are now proposing to renovate the home, which will include a 2-story front addition that squares off the front. My apologies. I'm trying to get you guys home early. My apologies.
Everyone's happy except that we're.
I'll start that part over again. Yeah, my clients propose to renovate the home, which will include a 2-story front addition, which will square off the side of the home, which is currently 1-story, as well as a complete second-story addition over the 1-story half of the property. This addition will include a new front portico conversion, as well as it'll also include a front portico, a partial living space conversion to garage, which is the opposite of what we normally see, as well as lastly, perform facade renovations across the entire building. We're here seeking relief for 2 items, the first being gross floor area. Per Chapter 246, Section 4.9, the maximum allowable GFA for this property is 3,650 square feet, whereas 3,700.31 square feet is proposed. So essentially, we're 51.31 square feet over. And we're here for roof pitch as well. Per Chapter 246, Section 4.9, the minimum required roof pitch is 6 on 12, whereas 5 on 12 is being proposed here. With respect to the gross floor area, we requested relief for the additional 51 square feet. Essentially, this is the area equivalent to the front portico that we're proposing on the front of the home, which is obviously an open structure on all 3 sides and limited use. Had we not put the portico there, we wouldn't have a gross floor area requirement. Additionally, if we weren't converting the living space to garage and increasing the grade differential between the driveway and that portico, it would be less than the 3 feet, and I don't believe it would have been required in the gross floor area calculation at that time. So based on this request, we're only 1.5% over what the code would require here. Respect to the roof pitch, Due to the complexity of the existing home, the nature of the proposed additions, and the minimum required roof pitch, we found only two reasonable solutions. One would be either go for a height variance, which is not ideal, or the other would be to reduce the pitch to 5.5 on 12. This keeps us with a roof pitch of 27 feet, 8 inches, 4 inches under the allowable. Had we gone for a pitch, not a higher pitch, and go for a height variance, we would be at 6 inches over the maximum, so we'd be at 28.6. So we chose to go with the lesser of the two and go for the pitch. Additionally, all of the homes in this area, which are typically split-level homes, are constructed with 5 on 12 pitch roofs, so this would be in character with the surrounding community. Our proposal complies with all other aspects of zoning, so no further relief is required. There was a previous BZA grant on this property in 2024, appeal number 24-240, which was heard on July 25th, 2024, for lot coverage caused by a raised wood deck and a hot tub. Again, those structures were there at the time when my clients purchased the home. The previous owner legalized them, but under this application, we're removing them entirely. We are now, at that request required a lot coverage variance that had us over 20%. This application brings us under the requirement, so we're at 19.51%, bringing the home further into compliance. Just as an example, back on December 15, 2022, under hearing number 22-510, there was an application for 47 Sherman Drive, which is essentially directly across the street from my client's property, which was heard before the Board of Appeals. That particular project went for a front yard side yard aggregate, building area, gross floor area, roof pitch, encroachment of eaves and gutters, as well as encroachment of a driveway into a side yard. Other than their chicken coop and storing of livestock on a property that were denied under that application, everything else was approved without condition that night. So, as our application has two of the almost identical requests to that house, we feel that we have a de minimis application compared to the prior approval, and we think that our request is reasonable. We feel the home is resulting in character with the surrounding community, have no adverse effects on the neighbors, and lastly is in line with the relief already been granted to neighbors directly in the vicinity of this property. Notice of hearing has been sent to all of the neighbors as required by the rules and regulations of the board. We've had no negative feedback. So that concludes my presentation. Does anyone have any questions?
No, you did a very good job, thank you.
Tried to make
Anybody
it
have any questions?
What happened to the chickens?
Those animals.
That was another neighbor, you guys denied it.
I
There have to be
I
chicken
didn't
nuggets
hear
by
it,
now.
I don't want to know about it.
They were probably eaten by the bees, which we love. So, long story.
There is no one in the audience that wants to speak on this application. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
I'm just going to call, there's no one here, but I will call it for the record. Hearing 1, Appeal 25-492, Jonathan Hauser at 130 Massachusetts Avenue, Massapequa.
Susan, do you want that back?
Okay. No one has
Oh, yeah.
responded, so.
Might as well give that back.
I wrote all over mine.
It's okay. It's the stuff behind it that's important, not the worksheet.
Oh, I can keep the worksheet? No.
No, we'll give it to her, because it's
Holly?
got the number on it. Just give it to
You're
her.
amazing.
Just
I don't
give it
know
to
how you could have got, that
give
was
it to her.
fast. He was fast. to get
Wow,
that
and
done.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, it's usually the very young.
No, but he was fast. He was good.
Wait, I have one very premature.
He probably is young.
Yeah.
What's the address?
Right.
Hey,
Can
Bob Schumacher's young.
What's his name? I forgot his name. Oh, I have one more sheet that goes with mine.
This is not
It's the, you know, the backup for Franklin Avenue.
with regard to that.
Can you?
I'm
all right.
sorry.
This, yeah, this goes with mine. It's the one. It's a mess.
It is what it
I
is.
wrote
Thank
all over it. Thank you.
Holly, how you doing? You all right, you wanna vote? Okay. Everybody, microphones on?
What?
Microphones on?
I'm just gonna get something.
I'll wait for Lois.
No show.
Hearing number 1 was no show. Hearing number 2, appeal number 25-493. I'll move it.
I'll second.
Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 25-497. Had a lot of consents on this one.
I'll move that.
Lois will move it.
I'll second.
Who's that? Kathy?
Me. Sorry.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 4, appeal number 26-31.
I'll move that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd second.
so that's Lois and Brian. All in favor? Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 5, appeal number 25-498.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
That's Kathy and Lisa. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 6, appeal number 26-50.
I'll move it.
Kathy will move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 25-499. They withdrew D because the fence is going to comply. Driveway to the right will be removed. Good job, Brian. And I guess they're going to put some
Grass.
greenery there. Okay. You want to move it, Brian?
Yeah, I'll move.
Flo will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 25-504. We have a lot of consents on this one as well. Flo will move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 9, appeal number 25-382.
This was okay, I'll move this.
Yeah, I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 25-449.
I'll move it.
Kathy will move it.
Brian.
Brian will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 25-480.
There's 3 letters of consent on this.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a good job. It's a small lot.
It's a tiny lot, but if
Yeah.
everyone's okay,
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
okay,
You can vote no on it, too.
it's fine.
Got a cellar.
It does have a cellar entrance, but it has no garage. I mean, they have no place to put anything. So it's, to me,
You know, this
And there's
isn't
no
one where I'm
bathroom in the
afraid that they're gonna be renting it out.
Yeah, no, I'm not
I
either.
just think it's like a Mick mansion. It's like that, but it's fine. I'll move it now that I said all of that.
all right. And I'm gonna second it. All in favor?
yourself into that.
Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved.
Okay.
Hearing number 12, appeal number 25-484.
Is that thunder?
No.
It's the heat, right?
Yeah, I'll move this one.
Okay.
Flo will move it. I'll second it.
Or an
All in
earthquake.
favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 13, appeal number 25-487. This was fine.
Yeah, I'll move it.
Yes.
Brian will move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 280, hearing number 14, appeal number 25-488. I'll move this.
I'll second
Did
it.
he say it was, anybody remember what kind of coffee?
Yeah,
Did he say Yemen?
Yes, he
He
did.
did.
yes.
I gotta check that out. Yemeni, I bet you it's very strong.
Bet you, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, that would be very.
What did he say?
You like it?
Yemen coffee,
Oh,
so Middle Eastern.
yeah.
So very
That's
strong.
strong.
Turkish coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
This is
strong,
the
yeah.
Chase Building? This is-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll
move it.
second.
Yep.
That's
I'll
Lo,
second.
that's Rita and Lois, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 25-485.
Same deck that was there, move it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna move it, Brian?
Yep.
Wasn't when we had a
I'll
lot.
second. Okay, Lisa and Brian.
It's gonna be Brian 1, Lisa 2.
This is not the one we got an email on?
No,
Maybe you know.
That was number 1. That was the no-show.
They would,
no,
okay, I just was asking, thank you.
hearing number 16, appeal number 25-491.
I'll move that, I'm fine with that.
Lois is gonna move
I'll
that.
second it.
Kathy will second, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number
So this court has-
25-458.
This court has no lights and no fence.
Yep, I'll move it.
Okay, I'll second it.
Oh, we had Flo first.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear Flo.
I heard him.
Sorry.
And then Rebecca.
Rebecca, you're second.
Yep. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 18, appeal number 25-486. Yeah.
Two letters of
So
consent.
that street, if you know that street, which I'm there 5 times a week for the last 30 years, because the post office is there. There are houses across the street that are really business offices. So it's, it's kind of like, quasi.
Yeah, I know the area too. It's really tight too.
But this is our first poop room.
It is our
If
first.
we-
I wouldn't admit to that.
Not at all.
We're approving it.
I wouldn't admit to it.
So does that include it in the bathroom, 4 bathrooms or 4 bathrooms?
They don't use the 3-piece.
You wouldn't admit that you have dogs pooping in the house, or you wouldn't admit that it's our first poop room?
That I would never admit that my dogs poop in the house.
That's what we
Four
said
of
down
them.
this end.
Never.
No, 3.
4 of them.
No, he has 4.
Oh, I put down 3 dogs. I lost
Well,
one.
how do y'all feel about this? I mean,
Pretty smelly.
I'm okay. They actually, yeah, I'm okay with it.
all right, so Flo and Low?
Yeah.
Flo and Low.
Oh, and
no.
low.
Follow.
Now, if we had an Eddie on the board, it would be Flo and Eddie.
All right, turn the page.
Hearing number 20, appeal number 25-495. This is a wood fence, I don't know if you want to make that correction, Sue, it's not PVC.
Okay, rail, he
And
called it a rail
Yeah,
fence.
it's just fine, I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. 21 was postponed. Hearing number 22, appeal number 26-39.
Hardship?
Yeah, medical hardship here, I'll move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 23, appeal number 26-51. I've been here before. This property is very, very secluded.
It's also.
Also
hardship.
medical hardship here for the board.
Yeah, I'll move it.
Lois will move it, I'll second, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Holdover calendar number 1, appeal number 25-454. This also was to me a pretty de minimis application.
Yeah, only 50 feet
So I'm
over.
gonna move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. And now it's Susan's turn to talk.
Okay, the first one is 25-470, last name is Risby, at 998 Stewart Avenue, Beth Page. He removed the cellar entrance and, there was an egress well that was on this, had barely any side yard. And he is, relocated that to the other side, changing around the cellar entrance, so he got rid of that he didn't like. That was the change that he made.
Well, that's a decent amount of change, isn't it?
Yeah, guess he wants his variance, huh?
Actually,
All right, I'll move it. Can I move it? Yeah, I can
Six
move it.
vehicles in tandem?
Lois was absent.
Right.
This is the one with that long driveway
Yeah.
down, but remember the neighbor came in, he's got a fence, he's gonna put the fence down that you asked, all the way down, that's shown too.
Okey doke, I'll second it then.
Who was first?
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Rebecca was first?
I was
Second.
first, Rebecca second.
Rita and Rebecca.
Rita, Rebecca, thank you, sorry.
Dream team.
Okay, 25-503, Lauren Viana, 8 Mill River Road, East Norwich. The height of the garage was lowered to 16 as you asked. This,
Yes, 19, we lowered to 60.
yeah, this gentleman is a tiler. He does tile work, works for a bunch of different contractors around, and he goes, and he does tile work. He does not have a business in his property. I did speak with people who know him, because the question had come up. He does have a van, but it is there's no commercial plates. He has, his van is,
This was the
passenger
guy
van.
from the last meeting, and
Yes.
he came up and he
Mhm.
wanted, okay.
He wanted it 20 feet. You asked him to lower it to
This is the
16,
guy
he
with the
did.
2 vans, I
Yeah.
asked him, he said they're passenger vans.
And the neighbor came, because she doesn't want.
She wrote a letter.
She wrote a letter.
Yeah,
She
okay.
said it would create ice.
Right.
Well, the plans that he submitted, did it show gutters on it, do you know? Because I did ask him for that.
Not in that box, hon, it's in reserved decision.
What did it state? What did it say?
Somewhere on the side of the box, it should say reserved
Oh,
decision.
yes, recommendation, yes. Did we condition that?
25.
I asked him to put them on, because if it was that close to the neighbor and she was concerned about water, it should run down his driveway and not hers.
I'm not
Well, it's
concerned
not
about
her
the
driveway,
neighbor,
she was
I'm
talking
concerned
about the street in front of his house.
You saw 2 vans, Flo?
Yeah, and then if you go online, it was right there, 2 black vans right in the driveway. And he claimed that they were not, that they were passing.
Family vans.
Family, yeah.
But they don't have commercial plates.
There's no commercial place.
Maybe they all
I
tied
couldn't see the
together.
place, I only went on the,
No, but that's
They
what
all
he's
tied
stating,
together.
that they're
He's
not.
saying,
There's 4 kids.
Yeah, it's what Sue said. She just told him it's not commercial.
One van he takes to work and the other one his wife runs kids.
What did we want to look at?
The runoff water.
The garage, I
gutters.
wanted to see if the plans on the garage, if they show gutters.
Have you heard that he's a
I
town guy?
don't know if it even is gonna be on there, probably not, right?
It would be in the description.
Soffit, aluminum gutters and downspout. There it
Okay,
is.
great.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so he complied. Yes.
All right, well, there's gutters on it, so.
I'll move it.
I just want to put this on the record with
Yeah.
regard to this. I offered him 2 other ways to get the space he wanted. I offered him to dig a basement or an extended garage, and he didn't want that. So he agreed to 16 feet, and 16 feet it will be. If that garage starts getting built and it goes a foot too high, I will not entertain an amendment before this
Understood.
board.
Yep. Make
And
sure
I
he
just
knows.
want that on the record.
Yep.
I mean, you can, I don't know, you can't condition it, but I'm gonna remember it.
Okay,
There will be no mistakes.
understood.
All right, who wants to move it?
I'll move it.
Kathy? Who wants to second it?
We're all afraid of you. Nobody wants to second it. I'll be brave. I'll second it. I'm not afraid of Rita. Second.
My father always said my bark is worse than my bite.
You bite too?
All right, then that's that.
You have one more, don't you?
Yeah. Next one is 25-388 John Hour, 136 Harrison Avenue, Bethpage. New plans, sheds removed.
That's what we asked for,
And
correct?
yeah, the lot which brought the lot coverage down a little bit.
All right, who wants to move it?
And Rebecca and Flo were absent on this one.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Lawson, second, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved.
2
Good
names
night.
for the parent-child section
Lisa
count.
and Kathy.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. So next time I have here is going to be Brian,
Yep.
Flo, Rebecca, and Kathy.
I'm gonna be here.
You're here?
Yes. When, next?
The
April
next
9th?
meeting, there's only 4 of you,
There's
that
only
means
4
that the 4 of you who say
So
you're
Lois
coming,
is
gonna be
out,
away.
need to be
Rita
here.
is out, and Lisa's out, so I need the rest of the other 4, please.
I don't
April
have.
9th. April,
They should try not to make meetings during.
Night.